What's up, roomies? Welcome back to Second Floor Basement, where we explore the incredible world of anime. Today, we're diving into the must-watch anime of fall 2023, bringing you the best of action, drama, and everything in between. From breathtaking adventures to heartwarming stories, this season is brimming with titles that are sure to captivate your imagination. So sit tight, and let's embark on this exhilarating journey through the best anime offerings of the season. Hit subscribe and join the legion of anime aficionados and otakus riding the wave. The Kingdoms of Ruin. For ages, humanity flourished through the power of magic, a gift from witches to aid mankind. But times have changed. The scientific gear expansion has made both magic and witches obsolete. In order to liberate humanity from the blight of magic, the mighty Rhea Empire began a ruthless hunt to exterminate all witches. Adonis was only a boy when the hunt began, apprenticed to a witch he dearly loved. When she perishes at the hands of the Empire, Adonis vows revenge. By this furious wizard's power, blood will flow. Frieren, beyond Journey's End. The Demon King has been defeated, and the victorious hero party returns home before disbanding. The four, Mage Frieren, Hero Himmel, Priest Hyder, and Warrior Eisen, reminisce about their decade-long journey as the moment to bid each other farewell arrives. But the passing of time is different for elves, thus Frieren witnesses her companions slowly pass away one by one. Before his death, Hyder manages to foist a young human apprentice called Fern onto Frieren. Driven by the elf's passion for collecting a myriad of magic spells, the pair embarks on a seemingly aimless journey, revisiting the places that the heroes of yore had visited. Along their travels, Frieren slowly confronts her regrets of missed opportunities to form deeper bonds with her now-deceased comrades. Goblin Slayer 2. In Goblin Slayer Season 2, the narrative intensifies as the eponymous hero faces a new, more formidable goblin threat. These goblins exhibit strategic cunning and organization, hinting at a sinister leader orchestrating their actions. Goblin Slayer, known for his single-minded quest to eradicate goblins, is compelled to adapt his tactics and deepen collaboration with his diverse companions, the Priestess, High Elf Archer, Dwarf Shaman, and Lizard Priest. This season explores more of Goblin Slayer's traumatic past, shedding light on his relentless crusade against goblins. The season's climax centers around a high-stakes confrontation with a powerful goblin leader, challenging Goblin Slayer and his allies both physically and emotionally. The narrative weaves themes of trauma, resilience, and the complexity of evil throughout, adding depth to the characters and their interactions. This season not only maintains the dark and intense atmosphere of the series, but also enhances character development and world building, culminating in a dramatic and impactful resolution. DR Stone, New World Part 2. Years ago, astronaut Byakuya left behind precious materials in the belief that his son, the scientifically gifted Senku, would one day find them. In the present, the Kingdom of Science's Kahaku and Jinru have infiltrated the harem of the Petrification Kingdom's leader with the help of Amaryllis, a local girl. At first, their mission progresses without a hitch. Unfortunately, an error enacted by Kahaku and Jinru leads Minister Ibura and the island's strongest warrior, Maz, to identify the intruding duo as enemies. Even worse, Maz tails Amaryllis when she returns to inform Senku of the news, discovering the scientist's secret hideout. However, Maz's agenda does not align with Ibura's. He wants to dethrone the minister and keep the petrification device for himself. If Senku plays his cards right, he could gain a powerful ally and win the war once and for all. The Eminence in Shadow Season 2. Everything has been going according to plan, but the hour of awakening draws near. Sid Kajino and Shadow Garden investigate the lawless city, a cesspool where the red moon hangs low in the sky and three powerful monarchs rule the streets. The true draw for Sid, however, is one who can draw blood, the Blood Queen, a vampire who has slumbered in her coffin for eons. Her awakening approaches, and Sid could finally face a day of reckoning. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3. In Season 3 of The Rising of the Shield Hero, Naofumi Iwatani attempts to free enslaved demi-humans and restore the population of Luralona Village. He also wants to fortify his defenses and land against a looming threat. Naofumi Iwatani returns to Noromark and discovers that his fellow heroes are missing, and his territory is in crisis. He embarks on a mission to rescue the missing heroes and enslaved villagers in Zeltable. The season is expected to feature intense action, complex plots, and highlight Naofumi's resilience as he navigates new challenges and conflicts. Naofumi and his party visit slave trader Balukas to free the demi-humans from Luralona village. However, they discover that most of them have already been purchased. Naofumi participates in a deadly combat tournament to raise funds to buy the remaining demi-human slaves. The Rising of the Shield Hero is about a 20-year-old university student who is transported to a fantasy realm after discovering a book about 4 heroes. He is chosen as one of the 4 heroes and given the title of the Shield Hero. The series follows the gamer as he tries to save the world from its prophesied doom. The Faraway Paladin, Lords of Rust Mountain. 2 years had passed since he left the City of the Dead, and was 17 by count. As a lord, he developed Torchport, a river port of light, and gradually, the people's activities and smiles returned to Beast Woods. However, out-of-season flowers bloom profusely, and an abnormality is discovered in the forest. Will and his friends head into the depths of the forest to solve this problem and receive an ominous prophecy from the king of the forest. In the Iron Rust Mountains, the fire of Black Calamity will occur. The fire will spread, or it will burn everything in this land. What is the calamity that sleeps in the ruined dwarven city of Tetsusabi Sanyaku? A returner's magic should be special. The world is on the brink of destruction after a decade-long war in the perilous Shadow Labyrinth. Despite being one of the few remaining talented magicians, Desir Herman's formidable powers are no match for the impending doom. Just as he accepts his inevitable doom, Desir is suddenly transported back in time to his earlier years as a magic student at the esteemed Hebrian Academy. With a shot at altering history, Desir is determined to save not only himself, but also his fallen comrades and friends. Armed with knowledge of the future, will his efforts suffice in changing fate? Or will they succumb to the same tragic destiny? This adaptation is based on a beloved novel, Spy X Family Season 2. Twilight, the greatest spy involved in the Cold War between Westalis and Ostania, is continuing his mission as Lloyd Forger, an unassuming psychiatrist and family man. He's gotten used to watching cartoons when his daughter Anya asks, and he's learning to depend on his wife by asking her to do things like pick up the groceries. He seems to be in a terrible mood. Lloyd must preserve his family at all costs, so he plans a perfect date day in an attempt to cheer you up. In the later arc, Ye is assigned to escort Alka, a survivor of the Gretcher family, and her child out of the country under the guise of City Hall business on a luxury cruise ship, while Anya wins a trip on a cruise ship in a lucky draw. However, the ship is, coincidentally, the same one Ye is on for her mission, Ragna Crimson. To emerge victorious against the dragons who control the skies, seas, and lands, individuals must exceed typical human abilities. Ragna, a fervent dragon slayer, is determined to achieve triumph at any expense and aligns with enigmatic Crimson. Though the intentions of Crimson remain unclear, their objective coincides with Ragna's to eradicate the dragon rulers. My daughter left the nest and returned an S-rank adventurer. After losing his leg as a newbie adventurer, he retired and returned to his hometown in the countryside. Doing things such as collecting medicinal herbs, exterminating magic beasts and wild beasts, and helping with the villagers' farm work, it's hard to decide whether to call our protagonist an adventurer or a handyman. And while doing these things, his age quickly approached 30. One day, while searching the mountains for herbs, he discovered an abandoned child. Thinking that he couldn't just leave it, he took it home and raised it until his age approached 40. His now grown-up daughter had also wanted to become an adventurer, likely from growing up watching her father. Although her father had taught her the sword since she was young for self-defense, her talent at it was quite impressive. Thinking that it would be better for her not to be stuck out in the country for the rest of her life, our protagonist sent her to the Adventurers Guild in the capital. After another 5 years, the protagonist, now in his 40s, is still acting as a pseudo-adventurer in the countryside. However, his daughter, now a distinguished S-class adventurer, hasn't returned home even once yet. Undead Unluck. Fuko dreams of a fervent love tale akin to her treasured shoujo manga. Tragically, her unluck power renders this impractical. Yet, when Fuko is at the lowest point of her life, Andy surprises her with a gesture of affection. He carries her off her feet, quite literally. Now, Fuko is an unwilling guinea pig in Andy's attempt to trigger a fatal unluck incident. Nonetheless, their progress is impeded by the revelation that a clandestine society is pursuing them, stalling Andy's arrangement for his own demise. Tokyo Revengers Season 2 Part 2, adaptation of the Tenjiku arc. With a future where Toman has been destroyed by Mikey's twisted ideas and Takemaki returning to the past, he decides to become stronger in order to stop Kisaki's plans. On one side, a mysterious gang from Yokohama known as Tenjiku begins to overthrow all the Toman divisions, deciding to destroy all the gangs in Japan, becoming the most powerful and unique. Kisaki has been planning something for his purposes against Toman, now that he is banned. Dead Mount Deathplay, the epic battle between a renowned hero and the powerful corpse god Necromancer culminates in an unforgettable face-off. However, after the dust settles, something seems amiss. During their intense encounter's final moments, the corpse god resorts to a surprising strategy, the use of reincarnation magic. Subsequently, a boy named Polka Shinoyama is reborn in an unimaginable way, feeling strangely unfamiliar. Who would have thought that the ultimate fight between good and evil would result in such unforeseen consequences? Just as the planet approached its Third World War, individuals with superpowers appeared from around the globe to maintain peace. They became the symbols of their respective nations, striving to limit crime and bring evildoers to justice. Teenage heroine Teru Shai Mamajiyama is Japan's representative in the world of heroes. When a mysterious threat called Amalariax emerges, Shai must work together with her fellow heroes to stop them at all costs. A playthrough of a certain dude's VRMMO life. An inventive VRMMO game titled One More Free Life Online has recently been introduced. When Taichi Tanaka, unmarried, aged 38, isn't working at his regular office job, he spends his leisure time playing video games. In this particular game, he opts for a child avatar called Earth. Unfettered by limitations, Taichi embarks on mastering a seemingly feudal art, making potions. Furthermore, he dabbles in crafting scrumptious delicacies and devising offbeat weaponry to vanquish monsters. The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. Battles for ancient kingdoms are nothing compared to the battles of a classroom. Awakening from magical stasis after 1,000 years, the Dark Lord Leonis suddenly finds himself in the body of a 10-year-old boy. He quickly meets Resilia, a girl confronting the Voids, creatures that have nearly exterminated humanity. Determined to uncover the mysteries of this strange new era, Leonis enrolls in Excalibur Academy, a school that trains students to fight back against these enigmatic monsters. Could the Voids hold some connection to Leonis' past? Shangri-La Frontier. Rikuru Hizutone, a high school sophomore, has one primary interest: ferreting out terrible games and annihilating them. With his unparalleled gaming abilities, no game is too abysmal for his entertainment. As soon as he learns of the fresh VR game, Shangri-La Frontier, Rikuru's expertise takes over, and he skips past the prologue to get to the fun parts. However, even an expert in gaming like Rikuru may not be able to untangle all of Shangri-La Frontier's mysteries. Berserk of Gluttony. Due to his magical ability Gluttony, Fate Barbados has always been denied true power, with his insatiable hunger leading to rejection and social isolation. However, Fate's fortunes change when, as a gatekeeper for a prestigious family, he confronts a trespassing thief. In a shocking discovery, Fate learns that by consuming the abilities of those he kills, Gluttony can grant him an incredible power that finally quenches his insatiable craving. As Fate indulges in this dreadful realization, he awakens to his full potential, leaving us to question the cost of his transformation. How many lives will he consume to satisfy his desires, and is the world prepared to face the fearsome warrior he has become? Did your favorites make the list? Or is there an underrated gem we missed? Let us know in the comments below. And if you loved this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with your baby mama and her bestie. Don't forget to subscribe to Second Floor Basement for more anime reviews, gaming, and everything in between. Until next time, roomies, peace.